this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast.
Audience, make sure you turn up the volume real quick.
Micah's angels head into Hellside to find the mysterious Shoma Lyzerius.
You had found out some important information from Glaz, the leader of the Powderkeg Punks. You found out that he had been working for some sort of shady person called Shoma Lyzerius. You were able to get his address, basically. You went back to the Barrel and Bullet Saloon, but not before spending 2 hours trying to open a stupid
Snake
door.
pit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But a terrifying being has stopped them in their tracks.
However, on your way down to Hellside, as you're going down, Chester had a tickle in his mind whenever he started thinking about Shoma Lyzerius, and noticed this hooded figure with no face, but sort of like an ender pearl, wrapped in teeth where a face and head should be. Shoma. And you heard a whisper in your head, Shoma.
And it's making a beeline towards them.
All right, do we run? Do we fight? Do we run? Do we fight?
We run. This thing looks terrifying.
Let's go!
It's time to get away from that thing.
If we're gonna run, why don't we transition to a little thing I like to call
Chase!
the chase mechanics.
Oh, I love chase mechanic.
Now.
There is something that I've seen a lot in very popular TTRPGs, like shows, that I think we need to discuss because I hope that we will be better than them.
Yes.
Which is,
Of course.
Because we want to win.
yes,
Win.
which is facing character deaths.
Yes.
I think that it's very important to have a character that dies either stay dead or face a resurrection within the rule set of the system.
Oh, I thought
Jacob was staring hard.
I thought you were about to say it's very important to have a character death stay dead, and I was just
Yes. So the reason that I was getting that look is because my character Brick has died.
Brick was
so
known for
frequently.
dying.
so many times.
In fact, dying was a solution for them more often than not.
Goodness.
Like Brick just viewed dying like, oh look, new body, who dis?
Yeah.
That was part of the character, that they were so unfazed by death because they were an elf. They were the oldest member of the party, and they had seen a whole lot of death.
And in their backstory had already died like a dozen times.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
It was
got
literally
some
a part of the
gruesome
character.
Backstories.
Yes. Whenever a player does not fear death, it makes the game seem shallow. Almost.
Totally.
You need skin in the game. Mm-hmm. Don't rub your arm, Jacob.
And don't pinch. Oh my God, you left a red spot and a white spot. What the fuck, my dude? Drink some water.
Ow.
In a lot of games, death is often viewed as not permanent. That's fine, so long as people are willing to pay the requisite toll. I have seen a little bit too much recently gods being utilized.
Oh, yeah.
I do want to say,
Jacob, I see your
Yeah.
finger coming up. Hold
hang on,
And your
just
mouth
one
opening.
moment, just one moment. And I think that gods being used at one point in time, if it's talked about with the player character, if this is a planned thing, that's fine. But making it so that a player does not need to fear death, making it so that quite obviously this character is special in the universe by bringing them back constantly, I don't know, it cheapens it. If you are going to be playing a role, I feel like your character should be afraid of death.
Yeah.
Either that or they should be burdened by the fact that they cannot fucking die.
Yeah,
Yes.
agreed.
That's my personal opinion. Let your characters die. Let them come back if they can afford it. Talk with your players about that and let it mean something. Don't cheapen someone's death.
Yeah, I agree because we were talking about this and I get it with the whole gods thing being used, because what I basically said is everyone in their home, or not everyone, but speaking broadly and in overgeneralization terms, everyone ends up doing homebrew sometime early in their tabletop career. And everyone at some point in time in their homebrew stage will go through the chosen ones of the gods path.
Which is fine, which is fun, so long as you're able to handle it.
Right. It just feels inevitable. And
the best take on that is not the chosen one, but a chosen one, which means you can still die.
Yeah. But like
you get one.
And I used to be of a completely different school of thought to this. Because I also was really character focused and didn't want death to happen super easily in my early homebrew game. We weren't going the route of making you like God chosen ones in that one, thankfully. But
I mean, you in your early homebrew, you actually went out of your way to make it so that we could not
be resurrected.
Yeah. But you said specifically part of the world was
you die, you're dead.
Nigh
very
impossible.
hard.
It was possible, but it was so rare. And
it was part of Jacob's character.
Yeah. But like, I also really didn't try to kill player characters in that game. I specifically kind of avoided it. But I've really had my opinion changed over the years. And you talked about content creators and the TTRPG space kind of being shy about doing death.
A little gun shy.
One of the things that changed me to that and also kind of made it, besides it happening in my games, but also like changed my opinion of it, is a really network of content that's inspired a lot of us.
Yeah.
Is Glass Cannon, because they had a lot of character death. Arguably, you can have too much because it can kind of muddy the waters a little bit.
But that's up to the game.
It's up to the game. But like they had it, and I've realized like it makes things feel very weighty. Now, it doesn't need to necessarily change the tone of your adventure to be like too serious or whatnot, but it makes like there's loss. Like people lose something when they lose a character, so you're afraid of it. So you kind of change your roleplay behavior versus, especially we all get guilty of at high levels whenever resurrection stuff is easier. That's just like you start viewing it as a time and gold expense.
Yeah.
But having loss be part of the game makes it so there's stakes, and it makes it more thrilling.
Let's take a moment to shout out the most recent character death in a campaign that both Jacob and I are in, and that Derek is running.
I heard this out of context. Yes. Boy, I knew something was going down.
So Blue Fang basically exploded into dust. It got Thanos snapped, out of nowhere died, and with no possibility of being brought back. And that was very humbling.
Yeah.
And it was very morose. It was so sad because it was not anticipated. It was not telegraphed in any like way that we could see it coming. It just happened, and it was done, and it was permanent.
For context, we were playing Forbidden Lands with some people from the Albert Inn, just kind of a home game. We used to train them on 1E, people who hadn't played before, and we kind of kept the time slot to play some Forbidden Lands because I love Forbidden Lands.
For 300!
Yeah, exactly. And so they were exploring like this kind of abandoned haunted site, and what I had rolled was there's a fear attack, and so they were exploring it, and it happened once. They got hit with the fear. Some people lost some wits, that's like a ability score you have in that game, and started leaving. And so everyone had taken a little bit of wits damage, and there was like one building you hadn't explored yet.
Yeah.
And it was just like, do we want to risk it? And I think everyone kind of understood if you go there, there's going to be another fear attack and you might get broken. And when you get broken, go to 0 or whatever, you don't necessarily die, but you get for wits, it's like a horror trauma thing.
There's like a problem that arises.
Yeah, so I roll on a table, and most likely it's some pseudo innocuous thing that kind of affects your role play and maybe affects you mechanically. Like your character.
Usually it's temporary.
Yeah, your character Drow became like morose and sullen.
It became sullen. Yeah, and I took empathy damage, I believe.
Yeah, and
-1 on any empathy check you roll.
Yeah.
And Jacob's character got drunkard, which means you had to have alcohol every day, or else you would take penalties or whatever. But Michael Howe, shout out to Michael Howe because he's
glorious
such a trooper.
Artist.
He was playing with us, and his character, you roll on a table, but there's always like the small chance that you could like get something lethal.
Every table has a 1 or 2 in 36 chance.
Of just insta death.
Straight up kill you.
Yeah, and I've never on any of the tables for physical injuries or like mental injuries rolled something that just kills you instantly. And I rolled it. And this is like their second or third Forbidden Lands session. And he just died. And like there was a monster that turned people basically to dust. And that was what I was basing the fear thing off of. It was a haunt. And so he just got poofed to dust. And everyone else that was around him got traumatized and they all left. And it's just... the tone of that group went from fun, explore the Forbidden Lands to
Yeah. I'm sure it did.
Jacob, because I rolled it. I rolled the sullen, the drunkard, and then 66, which is you have a heart attack and die.
Yep. Hey, everybody out there, if you're looking to support Michael Howe through this very traumatic time, you can visit michaelhowearts.com. That is MichaelHowearts.com.
Hey, and you know what?
Such a trooper. He took
give us an F in chat for Bluefang.
Give
F in chat for
an F
Bluefang.
in chat for Bluefang.
Wasn't it the only character that had art too?
That was the only he had drawn his own
unfortunately,
art.
I'm so sorry. That character was doomed to die.
Yeah, and also
I heard Jacob just going off, and I went upstairs like, what is going on?
Yeah, Jacob, as soon as he saw 66, he's like, uh-oh. And then
like,
he read the thing and he started going, uh-oh.
Yes, that's what I heard. I heard the repeated uh-oh, and it got worse each time, so I went upstairs. The neighbors heard repeated uh-oh.
Whenever
they mentioned it?
No, but I mean, like, as loud as Jacob was,
okay.
I guarantee you the neighbors heard uh-oh.
Whenever I've killed player characters before, it's always been in combat, and I've always seen it coming from at least a round, if not multiple rounds away, or even like before the fight, like knowing, oh, this could kill someone. So there's usually some level of me preparing for it. There was none. There's just, it happened, which is par for the course for that game, which was one of the things I like about it. But I felt so awful. And also, like, I think Michael said it was the first time he's had a character like die in a campaign. And I was like, oh no.
But I also want to say something about this particular death. Oftentimes in like D&D, whenever a character death happens, it's because this is like they're taking a last stand, either that or they failed a save or something. It was something you could see happening, something that you had an option to like fight. This was usually based off a decision that you as the player made. And while Michael Howe did choose to keep Bluefang in there, this was like...
He didn't fail a roll.
This was insta-death.
Yeah.
And there is no way to paint this heroically. There is no glory to this. It was just this man atomized in front of us. And we
ran.
broke and ran.
Yeah, and you ran because you had to.
Yes.
Yeah, it's awful, but it's also like it made everyone kind of come together a little bit.
And it'll change how we plan our future characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used a system from a hack of Pathfinder 2e, or a thing from a Pathfinder 2e hack. What's this? Hope Finder, right?
Yeah, there's a hack for 2e made by Jason Bullman, who's really big in Paizo.
He's like one of the lead designers of the thing. Yeah.
But he made a hack called Hope Finder, which is a zombie apocalypse in modern day. And one of the mechanics that he put into it, which I like a whole lot, is when a character dies, you find a way to you either grab their backpack or sack when you ran, or you search their body if it's still there and whatnot. And it gives the player who lost a character a chance to have kind of a final goodbye. You look at mementos, it'd be a great place in hindsight to put a letter to the group or something to be delivered to someone. And it's a very good mechanic to avoid the problem of a quote unquote meaningless death. Because sometimes when you're playing Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder or Forbidden Lands, you die fighting 3 goblins, not fighting a boss.
Or you're a level 1 character and you trip on your way out of the tavern and die.
Yeah, or like not every death feels, important in these games. And that's okay too. But this gives you a chance to make it kind of mean something in hindsight. It's a very cool mechanic.
Yeah.
But it also, I imagine, would be very helpful for the player. Like, you can get quite attached to a character you've built.
It lets you have a final chance to say goodbye.
And oftentimes other characters will carry that memento with them. For instance, Blue Fang, which we will never know now that this was a trinket given to him by his father. That Fang is currently in the possession of
your character.
Of Princess Callie D. Chicken Fries.
Yeah.
The Wolfkin. The Wolfkin princess of the Burger Kingdom.
Yep. Oh, man. Yeah. But
so much seriousness until you had to say the name.
But it was cool because we didn't get a real chance to like send him off, but we were able to.
Chicken Fries' father named her after the most beautiful thing in his life.
We were able to mourn Blue Fang more appropriately. Because we found these mementos. I love that little thing. Now in Hope Finder, it has like a mechanical impact. Obviously for us, it's more of a role play tool. But
it's role play.
But don't you get like hope, which is
okay, yeah.
Which is really neat. Kat, Jacob, me, and Trout been talking a lot about character death. How do y'all feel about it? Do you feel like it's an important thing for people to stay dead? And
you got it. Whenever I've listened to a podcast, okay, let's take a look at GCP, Glass Cannon Podcasts. They've had fights that last for 3 episodes, and sometimes those episodes even go long. That's hours of fight right there.
Yeah.
And if I knew without a doubt one of them they would all survive, then it wouldn't be as fun to listen to.
Yeah.
But listening to them struggle, find ways to survive, and being creative, that makes 3 episodes of the same combat.
Of the same tension.
Worth listening to, because you know someone could die. But if someone couldn't die, it's just not there.
No, I agree.
Yeah. I want to discuss the most meaningful death that I have witnessed. Or I guess the most impactful. And that would be one of my character deaths.
Oh, I know what this one is.
Yes. This was in Rise of the Rune Lords. And my character got coup de graced.
But the problem with that is like that involves heavy spoilers for that.
We don't have to say why.
That's why I'm trying to be as vague as I can be. But in one moment they were having a discussion. The next moment they were paralyzed. And then the round after that, they had their throat slit and they were gone.
Coup de grace is a thing in a lot of games. And I, as a GM, whenever someone gets knocked down, unconscious, dying, whatever the thing is in that game, I typically don't go after them unless I have a very specific reason to.
And this NPC had a very specific reason that they would want Noom to die.
Yep. I killed the hell out of Noom.
But
I'll say
that happened, and that also encouraged our party to get to the next part of the adventure much quicker than they probably would have originally.
Yeah.
It was a meaningful death because it hurt the party.
But
like,
if you didn't,
even emotionally, this was some parties get together and we're on a party. Our party had become attached to each other.
Yeah,
they were a little family.
And so they were hurt, and that also was used to move them to the next part of the adventure.
Because if you didn't get to that city, you
within a certain time, there was no bringing them back.
Because in Pathfinder 1e, Raise Dead isn't a super high level spell. And in the city you were in, the city had a stat block. And like there was a temple you were playing a cleric, there was a temple to the god that you worship that you had been to before,
Good old spellcasting services.
And there was a named NPC there of a high enough level to cast it. So it was on the table. But the gotcha to Raise Dead is you have a time limit.
Yeah.
And your time limit was really close to how long it took to get there.
Yeah.
So it added some nice tension. And like, yes, the character did come back, but everyone felt the stakes.
Yeah, we had to work for it.
And they were changed because of it.
Yeah. There's a big show that I don't know if anyone's heard of called Critical Role that I listen to.
Oh, how esoteric.
I think I'm the only one at this table that currently actively listens.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of actual play content.
I listened to the Duck Thulu one.
Oh, shut up. But they recently had a character death. I will not spoil it, but it was the single best thing that happened to their current campaign. It's complicated. They had one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it.
Yes, but actually no, is the best way I can describe that without spoiling
Yeah, but it didn't stick.
Sort of. But they had one character die, and it was like, you know how in some parties they have that one character that's just kind of the glue that holds everyone together?
Oh.
It was that character that died.
Fun.
That was
but what it
the same
did,
thing that happened with Noom.
it was so
dare I
good
say.
because it was several like episodes of figuring out how to fix it and then a whole like mini quest to go and like make it happen before you ran out of time. So in my opinion, you know, maybe too much hand waving and giving things to them because they wanted to bring the character back. That's fine. At least there were stakes and everyone felt the fear of the not coming back, you know?
I love stakes.
Got to have that fear stake.
Right.
Kat, I know. Have you had a character die in any of our home games?
Yeah, remember?
Owen got his throat ripped out because he chose to stay instead of abandon his friend.
It didn't stick. Don't worry.
Okay, it didn't.
Possessed. He did not stay. He was possessed.
Yeah, he was dominated.
No, he had a chance beforehand to have left with, before he was dominated, he had a chance to leave with his shadow slide. And I consciously made the decision, Owen will not leave with his shadow movement, no matter what. He's not going to leave, especially after Dougal.
The round after you were dominated, we left.
Yeah. They left him. But no, honestly, I've not really dealt with character death. I'm kind of careful with my characters. So,
Biscues, you lost a very important
I was
character.
going to say, I lost Big Kitty.
Big Kitty.
I was leading up to, but my most painful character death was Big Kitty, my druid's companion who basically acted as a character in that campaign, and that hurt more than losing a character.
It was the rudest death too, because not only did Big Kitty die, Big Kitty immediately got raised by the necromancer that we were fighting
as a skeleton and made you fight them
and
as
made
a
me
raise.
fight my own dead corpse
and
of
we
a
couldn't
companion.
even bring him back because he got brought back as an undead.
Beautiful.
Listen, I don't like to be mean to my players.
I was leading up to that.
You've always had a hunger
But
for animal
man, you
companions.
hate animal companions.
I hate animal companions. But then again, I wouldn't have done that if I hadn't been playing a very, very specifically Norgaberite cleric who likes to raise dead.
But it was partially because I lived somewhat vicariously. I've always wanted to have a giant cat that follows me around. So
But now you've got a big elephant.
it's okay.
Big Kitty was special to me.
We had a fun druid side quest to get you into animal companion.
But that was really cool. The stakes that you gave it was I lost mine, but we turned it into like a role play moment, which I thought was really cool for the character and the party as a whole.
That was one of the biggest losses that your druid had ever faced, right?
Other than their parent. Yeah.
Wait, their parents are dead?
one of them.
One of them.
that's
the
right.
father.
That was part of the
No,
backstory.
the
Yeah.
mom was dead.
The mom is dead. The father is missing an arm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Character deaths are great.
They really
Character deaths
they
really
can
do
be.
build in
They
something.
can be.
It is a miracle
Okay.
to me.
I know that you're talking about me.
No, I'm talking about Drinder.
Yeah.
Okay, Drender was a special case. Drender had the funniest fucking deaths. The first time he got a little bit rambunctious whilst we were looting something.
Went one room
Shockingly
too far.
enough, that was a Jacob character.
Who would have thought
yeah.
looting an extra room too far would have caused?
You know, Jacob
no.
lives out his internal greed in his character.
Yeah, that one was
Yeah.
that was an example of greed actually
And,
really biting us in the butt.
And he got kidnapped by ogres. They were just going to kill him, but my character Lyrianne went back for him, and we found him with his arms,
Yeah,
his
with
hands.
Yeah, his hands were cut
Pin in
off.
this real quick.
Yes.
Nothing has changed.
Nope.
You remember what we did last
Lessons were
episode
not learned.
with the snake?
I don't know what you're talking
Nothing
about.
has changed.
Lessons were not learned.
By the by, audience, we learned that there was nothing of value in that.
No.
room.
Yeah.
no.
But the
I was just a
chance
snake.
for there to be value was enough for Jacob.
Oh man.
But yes, I need to tell them about the death.
Oh, his
Yes.
main Drinder's actual goodbye forever death.
Both, actually.
Goodbye for
First
now.
time he died was because he had no hands, and we were going to resurrect him. He raised his little stumps up at my gunslinger and said, "Draw," and she, well,
Just did it.
yeah.
We didn't have what is it? The spell that lets you regenerate.
So we killed him and reincarnated.
Reincarnate was so much less expensive.
Because I had
Talking
the
about
spell.
treating character death frivolously.
And the thing is, we faced this with a lot of like character interaction. We made it count. And he dealt with the fact that he was not a half orc anymore, that he was a human the entire time up until his actual death, wherein he was ganked by a bunch of shadows.
Yeah.
But to be
Yep.
fair,
And
Mr. 10 strength Drinder.
while you did
God.
actually die, we didn't treat it 100% as actual character death, more
Yeah, we
as
did.
we don't have access to regenerate and you need your hands.
Oh, the first time, yeah.
First
Yeah.
time. The
Oh,
second
yeah.
time was
Second
you're
time,
dead
you're hella
forever.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
For
think
now.
we made up for it somewhat with the way Drinder had to react to being an entirely different being.
Yes.
Yeah.
It had weight to it.
Oh, the second time though, there was this room full. There was a room that was pitch black. I think it wasn't deeper
Full of
darkness,
shadows.
but it had shadows in it. So they had hella stealth and like one or two greater shadows.
There was one greater shadow.
One greater shadow, and
I
Drinder didn't
remember.
have hardly any strength because
He had
Jacob
10.
dumped the hell out.
Yeah.
No, I thought you had less than 10.
Oh, he might have had 8.
Yeah, you dumped the hell out of your
Oh, yeah.
strength.
Or did.
That was because you lost that whenever you became not a half orc.
No. It was always dumped strength.
Yeah.
Always dumped strength.
And so the shadows
Go
in
big or go
Pathfinder
home.
1E deal strength damage. They don't actually deal physical, like normal damage.
I think they can.
No, they don't. They only deal strength
Only
damage.
strength. Yep.
I
They're
remember
incorporeal.
from Owen's shadow.
And so it's only strength damage. And if you die, normally if your strength score gets taken to 0 in Pathfinder 1E, you're just immobilized, like out of the fight. But if shadows take your strength to 0, very specifically, you die and you become a shadow in like a few rounds
Yep.
or whatever. And it worked out that like you were killing most of the shadows, but like one was Drinder got hit once, and one was able to like get in your range.
The greater shadow came up to Drinder, hit Drinder. Drinder did not die. Drinder he hit a critical on this thing with his most powerful attack.
And it was like 2 HP from
And it
death.
didn't die, and it finished him off the next round.
Yeah.
Yep.
I laid it all out. I was like, this is how many hit points I have. It's like you have to roll this much damage, and there was a chance you could kill it.
Yeah.
But no one else like was going to act before it, and
Yep.
then you didn't kill it, and so it just kind of we played it as like this silent moment. Whoof, thing hits you and you die.
And then we knew that he was going to be raised as a shadow.
Yep.
However, it would not have been under the control of its killer, because we killed the shadow directly after. So it was Lyrian, my character, and the NPC that we kind of absconded with,
Great.
just waiting for the shadow to rise, and we offed him.
Oh, you beat the hell out of Drendra's dead shadow.
Oh, yeah.
I
The thing
genuinely
is-
don't remember what my character was up to.
Oh, you were there.
You were
were
mourning,
there.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't think you
Probably.
wanted to watch.
You didn't have a lot you could do against incorporeal stuff. You had already
That-
used up a lot of your spells.
That was probably it right there.
That's the death that has hurt me the most, if not
Yeah.
my only character.
I think so.
character die?
Well, what baffles me though, circling
it.
back,
okay.
is we haven't had any real character death on the show after like a year and a half of running.
Yeah,
it.
and whew,
We
Yeah.
have to be prepared, though.
Yeah.
I'm talking about we're never going to die. Gonna live forever.
I mean, we've had
We came
close calls.
in season 1.
no
and
one's
then
going to die in this adventure path.
Nug came a little close in
Nug
season
came
2.
heckin' close.
And then this adventure path, we've had 2 people down. I think the Rust monster, Rust-Ooze, was the closest we got to a party wipeout, but you also had Gomac.
I would dare to say that it was the little Clockwork Brewers. They also kicked our asses pretty hard.
Yeah.
And this guy, Glaz, that you just fought,
Glaz was terrifying.
you could have very easily got wiped out by him.
We
Yeah.
were prepared to die. At least I was.
I was.
Oh, I was totally thinking, what am I going to do if Alonzo dies? Because, yeah.
Oh boy. Well, speaking of getting ready to die, centuries before the Starstone was raised, the Wizard Kings Nex and Geb warred with one another, scarring the land between them into a devastated, unstable magic wasteland. From the glowing ashes of the Mana Wastes arose Alkenstar, the city of smog, a metropolis of airships, skyscrapers, factories, and clockwork wonders. To the world, Alkenstar is the pinnacle of innovation and determination in the face of insurmountable odds. On its streets, life in Alkenstar is a non-stop race to stay ahead of the competition. And it is here that a desperate group, hungry for revenge, living on the edge of the law, hunts for the ones who cast them out. They are the Outlaws of Alkenstar.
Alstar.
Stop. You'll just stop.
Star.
Stars.
Odds.
Well, let's get into this death here. Whenever we last left our crew of outlaws.
Hey now.
Actually, before we get into the death,
Yes. Oh,
it's a episode divisible by 4.
Oh,
so
it is.
Everyone has 1 hero point. Reset your hero points back to 1. Remember, bottle caps are separate. And in fact, I'm going to say, because of the incredible teamwork fighting Glaz, everyone get a bottle cap. Remember, there is a cap of 2. So I don't know if
The cap of 2 probably does not apply to me.
Probably
So
not.
I'm not going to end up with that many.
I haven't handed out that many. So now that we got our bottle caps out of the way, when we last left you guys, you had found out some important information from Glaz, the leader of the Powderkeg Punks. Glaz Brick Blaster Nix Bricks, I think was his full title.
Brick Blaster?
Yeah, haven't we talked about that before?
I don't know, but I love it.
You found out that he had been working for some sort of shady person called Shoma Lyzerius. Normally had been getting him some things, and they got paid in like alchemist's fire and gunpowder.
And apparently bottled lightning.
But this time they were asked for a bigger job to go get Gattlebee. He called Shoma Lyzerius an egghead, if you remember.
A nerd.
Yeah, a dweeb, I believe.
Dork.
And
Dorks.
you were able to get his like address. Basically, you went back to the Barrel and Bullet Saloon, but not before spending like 2 hours trying to open a stupid
Snake
door
pit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
for treasure, only to find that it was Bitey's den. Bitey being the very big snake.
Why didn't he open that door when we were fighting him?
That's a good question.
It's because Bitey is his little baby.
I have a real answer for that, but you're not going to like it, so I'm not going to say it.
Why?
Do you want the real answer?
Yes.
We're gonna
Because
save
we
it for the
couldn't have
end of
handled it?
this,
It would
catching
have
up.
killed us.
I mean, yeah, it would have killed the hell out of you.
Okay.
Okay.
Basically, all right. Basically, the
You
way it
don't
works.
have to if you want to save it.
The way it would have worked is if you would come in there to talk to him and not fight, he would have said, "Fight my snake, and we can talk."
Oh.
That's stupid.
We had a peaceful option?
Yeah, but you didn't exercise it. I didn't attack you, if you remember right. You started pulling their alchemist fire whenever they came to grab you.
Why?
I was going to transition to that, but you didn't let me. You started a fight.
Okay,
So.
all right.
That's fair.
No, we want to fight.
And yes, technically, if we're being real, the reason it's locked as hell and you're not supposed to be able to get into it is you're not
Dangerous.
supposed to know it exists. Because if they know it exists, it doesn't make any sense why he wouldn't just let the snake in. And to be fair, the snake would also attack him probably.
Oh, okay.
So because all of them are like supposed to be on the catwalks, and he's up on that throne. So if the snake comes in, not in immediate danger.
All right. Solid answer.
That
Yeah.
explains the catwalks.
But after getting frightened by Bitey, you also saw wanted posters for yourselves being put up in the Ferris Quarter. You went back to the Barrel and Bullet Saloon and updated Phoebe on your progress, and then made a plan to go scope out this place where Shoma Lyzerius is supposed to be hiding out. However, on your way down to Hellside, you were going back down to switchback roads and scaffolding that makes up Hellside on the side of this cliff next to Alken Falls that on the Ostrati River that runs through the city. As you're going down, Chester had a tickle in his mind whenever he started thinking about Shoma Lyzerius. And Alonzo, very paranoid for snakes with his new phobia, was keeping a sharp eye out and noticed this hooded figure with like no face, but sort of like an ender pearl, stealing a term from Minecraft, like wrapped in teeth where a face and head should be. And you heard a whisper in your head, "Shoma," Chester, as he started approaching you. You were deciding
Chester.
what to do. You started trying to
God.
run, and he
First Chester was married to that Knoll. Now Chester's married to Shoma.
Chester gets around.
God.
But he threw his hand forward, and a wall of stone appeared out of nowhere in front of you,
Earthbender.
blocking your way down towards Hellside.
Oh shit.
It's tough.
This is
A kineticist?
yeah.
It's Earth Ganassi.
An Earth Ganassi.
Why does he look like that? You know, a Janaikan.
Yeah,
Janaikan.
Janaikan. There we go.
So I got an important question for all of you. As this stone wall comes up in front of you and this figure moves forward, and the people looking around confused, like, what's happening? Seeing him coming towards your group. What do you guys do?
Do the guards patrol here?
Yes. Are there any on site right now? No. But shield marshals do run through here. Although they'll be just as likely to go after you as this other guy.
I'm afraid to draw attention to us. Are we ourselves or are we disguised?
I'm myself.
I am myself right now.
Just kind of like,
Yeah, you use-
cloak or
We've
hood
used our
over.
caps earlier today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, do we run? Do we fight? Do we run? Do we fight?
We run. This thing looks terrifying.
Let's go!
All right, you're going to go, but this wall is in your way. What are you going to do?
Go around it.
Can we
Steal the wall
descend?
with athletics.
If we're going to run, why don't we transition to a little thing I like to call
Chase!
the chase mechanics.
Oh, I love chase mechanics.
We don't have points this time, but that's okay. Oh, it's wheel day.
Maybe it'll be okay. We don't know yet.
Okay. Run around.
Round, round, get around, I got around. Get around, round, round.
I just keep hearing
Alright.
Scooby-Doo chase scene music in my head.
Yeah, well,
Ostrich.
all right. So
Yellow submarine.
this horrible looking figure starts running towards you. The wall comes up and you need to run that direction. Otherwise, you're running towards him. I need all of you to make a will save
Uh-oh.
for this first obstacle.
Yibbles.
I got a 16.
16 total.
8 on the die.
Crap on a cracker.
16 total.
15 total. Nat 7.
Ooh, there was a 17 on the die.
Maybe I should roll a different die.
Was a wheel save?
Will save. What's your total?
24.
24?
Yeah.
That is enough. Psyche, you see this wall, but you know for a fact
Yeah?
this is some magic bullshit. And you run right through it
Ah!
and interact with it.
The hell?
And that gives you 1 chase point, which is all you need to overcome this obstacle.
It's an illusionist.
So all of you see Psyche just kind of swoop right through the wall, and you're like, oh.
I follow.
I'm going to say,
Yeah.
this is
I
a
guess I
catfolk thing. You
follow
can't
now.
do it.
And you run through the illusory wall. As you run through the illusory wall, several people have stopped to stare at the stone wall that suddenly appeared and are crowding into the narrow boardwalk, some with mouths agape. As you run through into this, you see this crowd of gawkers looking at this ridiculous stone wall that's popped up in front of you. How are you going to overcome this?
Throw a bomb into the middle of the crowd. No,
Acrobatics.
no, I am clearly
I-
joking.
I want to play it off like nothing to see here, nothing to see here. Isn't this a wonderful magic trick?
Okay.
With deception.
Acrobatics, you said, Alonso?
I just want to straight up slide underneath somebody's feet through the crowd and get out of there.
Are you trying to diplomacy, Psyche?
Yes.
All right. You can also intimidate, but
I'd
diplomacy will
rather
work.
diplomacy.
Chester, what are you going to do?
I understand the people and the systems that make civilization run. So I'm going to use society to...
Would you like to roll acrobatics?
No. No. No.
I mean, that's just as good as my stealth or anything else, really.
Is it 0?
No, it's 7.
Okay, solid.
It's not the worst, but it's not great.
Society. Don't even try. All right. So everyone roll for me, and we'll go around.
Ooh.
Drow, what'd you get?
23.
23. That'll pass.
13.
13. That'll pass.
Oh!
Oh.
Nice.
Wait, 13 total?
Yeah.
Sorry, I heard 23.
No, 13.
No, that'll fail.
Oh.
Alonso, sorry.
Natty 16 for a 26.
20.
Solid.
So can I straight up slide between legs like I said?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Looking up skirts.
No, more like the cool.
A deviant.
What will wife
Eleanor.
say?
Girlfriend. He's not gotten to propose.
What will girlfriend say?
All right, so Psyche and Alonso work through just fine, but you're 1 chase point short because Chester just had a hard time and didn't work through the crowd.
And we get to go again.
You get, let's see here.
One more.
That's too late for a bottle cap.
Yeah, it's too late.
It'll go around to this guy's turn, and he walks right through the illusory wall. And the fun fact,
Did he make his will save?
he cast the spell. As
soon as he walks through, I sock him.
You see people throwing stuff at him, like, boo! And he takes a certain amount of damage.
What?
Is it because I set it up as look at this wonderful magic thing?
No, it's because he looks like an evil demon.
Yeah, because you look like a dude.
Yeah, because he's
Chester,
terrifying.
Roll another acrobatics check for me.
Okay.
Why would they boo a demon?
Allow me to make an argument. We are on this like city-styled scaffolding. Scaffolding is covered with ropes and whatnot. Could I have Chester crafting check to follow a rope, to grab it, and to swing like around the crowd?
But that would be another acrobatics check.
I hate this for you. I'm so sorry, babe.
Jacob looks so done with me.
15.
That's going to be a fail.
Well, what about them?
Well, what happens,
Oh no.
dear listeners, is the shortest chase scene in the history of the show.
No!
As they were able to make it through the crowd, Alonzo and Saikir were able to make it through, but this thing catches up to Chester. The crowd starts moving out of the way, and I'm assuming you guys are going to go back to help Chester.
Yeah.
Keep throwing stuff at it. Come on.
We are instead of going to the next
Do you want to do a diplomacy
obstacle,
thing?
we're going to go to a little thing I like to call
Initiative.
Oh no. What does?
All right.
Man, you guys crushed the first chase scene so well. You poor things.
Even I did, and I've been rolling terribly.
11. This is perception, right?
This is a perception for initiative, yeah.
Solid.
I'll say, Alonso, because you made the thing, if you want to roll stealth for initiative,
Yes,
I will
please.
allow it.
Oh.
Because I literally got it out past the crowd, so I could be considered hiding.
Oh, well.
Oh, yes. I rolled stealth for initiative,
Bark.
Cool.
Solid.
which means I just look at my stealth roll.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me put you guys, I'm going to reuse the
Sweet.
bridge map here. And put you
Oh,
guys
not
on
this guy. Boo, you whore.
I love this map.
I hate this man.
Eyeball spooky.
it. Arrange yourselves on the map, if you would.
I imagine that we'd probably be a little bit back. You and I, Saikir.
Yeah.
Chester, get back in the fight. You stupid.
Jacob's just like, get out of
I asked you to arrange yourself, and Jacob just starts backing up. Oh, you stupid. Okay, I'm going to put you all into combat state.
All right, let's go.
I want to die.
Bye.
I don't want to die. Whew. Good thing I got a decent initiative.
All right, so give me some initiative scores. Saikir, what'd you get total?
Thank God I didn't move my dice. I rolled an 11 plus 8, so 19.
19. Solid. Chester rolled initiative. Williams.
15 plus 8, 23.
Love that for
I feel
you.
like we're doing Math Olympiad stuff.
Alonzo, 10 rivet.
We're adding 2 numbers.
That's math.
26 with a natty 15.
Oh, man.
I'm so thrilled.
That could have hurt. We're so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Are
I'm
you?
not.
So, fun
Hey,
fact.
audience, make sure you turn up the volume real quick.
Oh.
Anyway.
Oh no. We're gonna slowly wear away at Derek's spite to continue the podcast. Just like
I just ignore you, honestly.
Oh my God.
Okay, so remember, this podcast is powered by Spite, so you
Yeah.
really fuel me.
don't forget, if you get to go before it does, it's flat-footed.
I know.
On that
I
note,
fully intend for that.
unfortunately, it goes first with an initiative score of very much.
I tried.
You were very
Disgusting.
close, but it's going to go before you, Alonzo. What do you want to do, my guy?
It would like to run away.
I don't know if anything I could have done was going to stop it.
Are pelting it, for it is but an evil creature.
Could I, while we were doing the chase scene, could I have thought about what this thing is?
Oh, do you guys want to try recalling it? Well, you can do it on your turn as an action.
Let's say now it would be an action.
Yeah. You didn't see it before now, unfortunately.
Oh
What
yeah.
the fuck do you mean?
You failed your perception check, I
It
think.
threw off its hood.
Oh, it did though.
Too late. Hand off the chess piece. I don't think it's going to help you much.
Woof.
Well, we know it's okay. Our characters wouldn't know this, but we know it's religion, which means it's probably undead.
I don't think that thing could live, my guy.
I mean, planar creatures look weird all the time.
Oh, I don't know what I want to do with you, my guy.
You want to run away?
You know what? He's going to look at Chester, like literally. He's going to look at you. He's going to spend 2 actions to do a thing called Cursed Gaze.
No.
I need you to make a will save, Chester.
Come on, Chester.
Shit.
Stop making me do will saves.
You have a bottle cap if
This
you wish.
sounds like when you played a barbarian in our Rise of the Rune Lords game. Stop making me do will saves. I'll never forget Jacob's barbarian had a trouble with being controlled by enemies with charm and dominate, and our party cleric solved this by also
Counter dominating.
counter charming and counter dominating.
Oh no! Hang on. I need to actually interject with what this was. They cast like charm to befriend his character. So I cast a spell that made it so he attacks his closest friend. He was down in a pit with that thing, and he fucking killed it.
That was great.
That was
great.
the best.
That was, keep in mind, after I fed it a health potion because it was now my friend.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that was so good.
That was so fucking frustrating. Fuck
How'd
you,
you
Derek.
roll?
I'm going to spend a bottle cap.
Oh my god,
And reroll.
I
no.
have 2 of them, so
No, that bad already?
I'm going to roll. It's a 2-action will save. I don't trust this. So, first one, 5 on the die.
Oh no.
Second one, 10.
10 total.
No, not total.
Oh, thank god.
It's not going to be great. 18 total.
Okay. That's a failure.
But at least it's not a critical
Only
failure.
a failure.
Oh.
A critical failure would have been not great for you.
Heckin' bad.
I'm going to roll this on the foundry thing here. You're going to take
Oh, it's only
shit.
damage. Okay.
Well,
that's not bad.
13 points of mental damage.
It's only mental damage. We're fine.
Mental damage.
Chester, mentally damaged Williams.
You are also going to become frightened 2.
Oh, that's not great. That's less fantastic. Good.
Frightened 2. I can drag it from the monster's stat block onto your character. This is the coolest thing. And you are also going to be stunned 1.
Oh, yeah.
So to recap, stunned, you become senseless. You can't act while stunned. Stunned usually includes a value which tells you how many total actions you lose. How many total actions you lose, possibly over multiple turns from being stunned. So each time you regain action, such as at the start of your turn, reduce the number you regain by your stunned value, and then reduce your stunned value by the number of actions you lost.
So I just lose actions then.
Yep.
Okay, that's not
So basically,
great, but
you're
it's better
going
than not being able to act.
lose 1 action on your first turn, and that'll be it.
All right.
And you're not. It doesn't have a time thing. So, actually, you know what? I apologize. You become frightened 2 or stunned 1. I didn't read both of them. I'm just going to have you be stunned.
Jacob's a little salty about that.
I misread that. My apologies. There we go. Take away the frightened. That's 2 actions. It's going to spend its next action to get into what I would call your grill. And that's going to be its turn. It's now going to be Alonzo's turn with a 26. What do you want to do, Alonzo?
I'm assuming I didn't have a weapon drawn because I was
Probably not.
trying to get out of there.
yeah.
I'm going to draw and move.
Okay.
1, 2. Could I flank with Chester? No, he's stunned. He can't do anything.
Oh, no, stun doesn't keep you from flanking, but Chester doesn't have a
3.
weapon out.
He doesn't have a weapon. That's what's going to keep you from flanking
4.
right now.
Well, I mean, the thing is, though, at least I can get in position and try to set it up,
Chester
right?
can throw
Yeah.
hands.
So you drew your weapon, you moved, and now you're
now
going
I can
to
attack.
Okay.
Rapier, if it wasn't obvious. I doubt I'm going to hit. That is a 19.
That will hit exactly.
Hey!
Okay, well, then this isn't going to be hard for me to hit.
Good.
I'm just salty I couldn't go before him. That is 6 damage, piercing.
6 damage piercing.
And
All
if
right.
it matters, I have a +1 rapier now. So
Good to know. Good to know. All right, that's your turn. Chester is stunned. Williams, on account of how he's stunned, you lose an action. What do you want to do?
Well, at least now I get to check stunned off, because it's gone now.
Yeah, but you only have 2 actions.
Actions. I'm...
Devise a stratagem.
No.
I'm Chester.
Actually...
get out of dodge.
Chester.
No, Chester's going to tap, 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 shake, 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 glug, glug, glug. And he's going to
Slap,
drink
slap, slap.
with
Slap, slap, clap. Slap, slap, slap. Clap, clap, clap.
with 2 actions. A Drakenheart mutagen moderate.
Solid call.
Good call. Good call. That'll be your turn. 2 action, Williams. Psych here, the 2 action observer.
What do you mean?
You saw him do 2 actions. You observed it, so you know.
Solid. Okay.
True. He hurt my mind. Ow.
Okay. I'm going to guess that this is this is Is it undead?
You can roll a religion check if you want to spend 1 action to recall knowledge. Exactly.
Yes. Fine.
Roll a religion check. That'll be 1 action.
It could be a valuable check, though.
Oh.
Woo! That's a 7.
Yikes. Never mind.
Plus 6. 13.
Yeah, no.
No.
Got no
Okay.
idea. Could be undead.
All right. I'm gonna.
Breasts, assumptions, joke done.
Okay. The thing is, me making this assumption is me casting heal.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah. If it's not.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
What could possibly actually?
wait, it has taken damage, though.
Actually. Pause.
Beep-doop.
I need you to roll a flat check.
Oh yeah, you're
Because
right.
of combat.
Slow roll.
Your eyes say this is bad.
Okay. Okay.
What'd you do? What?
15, which
15.
means instead of that, I'm going to
You get a spell back.
I'm going to say move.
Oh no, it's the Kamehameha.
Yeah.
Are you filled up on first level spells? Because don't we roll to determine which spell level comes back?
Right now I only have second level spells that are spent.
Okay, there you go. 2nd level spell then.
Yeah. For the audience, I did a little hand twirly thing. Like I was getting, the palms facing forward,
Right.
circling
Okay.
them around, that kind of thing.
So you're gonna charge your laser. Got it.
Yes.
All right.
and
That's
I'm
your.
going to spend those 2 actions. I'm going to do the whole thing.
Our genetic
And we have to get out.
I mean,
So
yeah.
if I spend 3 actions, oh no.
Oh, yeah, because you can't do 2 full turns, can you?
You'd have to. It takes some time.
Yeah, this is fine.
Are you just gonna do the whole? We're going to spend a whole episode of you charging this attack.
I'm going to be like, how worried about this thing are we?
Spirit bomb.
Well, 2 actions down. It is now its turn.
2 out of 6.
Oh, great.
Great.
Now it's going to do an area of attack away from itself and shove us with his mind power.
It is instead. It's gonna attack Chester.
What?
Yeah, it's going after Chester.
Leave me alone.
It's gonna
It
hit you with the
knows.
strike. I'm gonna roll this in Foundry real quick.
Told you to do that.
Actually, you know what? Big red die.
No, roll it in
Clifford the Big Red
Foundry.
die.
Roll it in Foundry. Let us see.
Oh, well, you might be happy I rolled it in here because I got a natural 7
Okay, that's a good chance.
for a total of 21.
You actually miss.
I miss.
Because
of the Drakenheart
my AC
thing.
is 22 right now.
Oh my
Because of
goodness,
the
that
Drakenheart
potion.
mutagen.
Clutch.
Wow.
The mutagen.
He's gonna turn around and he's gonna hit Alonzo.
Nimble dodge.
Nimble dodge. Natural 13 on an agile attack is going to make that a 23.
Hits.
Wait.
Oh boy.
My nimble dodge puts me at AC 22, Jacob.
Well, you're
Why
going to
is
take
my AC 22?
some damage
Oh,
here.
it's because I've got the Drakenheart
Yeah,
thing
you-
checked
with the
on
last
right now.
fight.
You're going to take a total
we go.
of 12 points of damage. That's going to be part of that slashing and part of that is evil.
Oh,
Oh,
Not that it really matters for you.
Evil.
Damage is damage.
look at those fun tags on that thing.
And then it's going to cease. There's nothing I can do about Psycheer's laser, so I'm just going to stay put and take another swing at Chester here.
Stop that! Stop it! Minus 10. No, minus 8.
No, it's going to be, -8 because agile, so that'll be +6 total. Natural 17.
You
23.
You
God.
are a horrible person. You stop this. Yes, you hit, of course.
Don't double check. 14 minus 8 is 6, plus 17 is
yes,
23.
You're right. It's 23.
All right, Chester, you're going to take a total of 12
thank
points
God.
of
Oh my
slashing
God.
and evil damage. 12
why
points
that
total.
much?
And
Plus 5?
yeah, D6 plus 5 slashing, and then D6 evil.
I mean, this thing is totally evil. We don't need a roll to know that.
Guys, Chester's going down if we don't do something.
I'm going down.
I'm yelling, Chester!
I tried my best.
I know.
Alonzo, it is your turn. You are not flanking because Chester still doesn't have a weapon out.
Okay, then I am going to attempt something really dumb.
Do it.
And I am going to try to tumble through. I can do it as a move.
All right.
And my bracelet gives me a slightly better check. I'm just making sure that it doesn't.
Are you trying to?
Tumble through right there. Get right there.
No, if it doesn't matter.
Don't be in the line.
Laser beam.
I was gonna try to
But
attempt to
Psyche
get.
can move. Oh, no. So he's going to tumble through onto where in front of Psyche.
Okay.
Oh, I see what you mean. It doesn't matter.
Well, and I mean, I can go over here and do that.
Let's go.
Okay.
Take a step to the side and roll through.
Okay. Yeah.
Acrobatics. Reflex DC for me, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Come on, die. Come on, die.
Come on, die.
It's gonna be a 15.
Not
I rolled a natty 5.
Quite good enough,
It was my
unfortunately.
best chance.
Yeah.
I have no reactions to speak of, so nothing happens.
I'm just gonna try to attack now.
All right, go ahead and do that.
If I could get him flat-footed, I could do some damage. Okay, that's a little better. How about a 21 to hit?
That'll hit.
Oh, thank goodness.
Roll your
It's
damage.
not much, but I'll chip away while I can. Oh, max damage for 10 damage.
Okay, pretty
And
good.
again, I have a +1 rapier if that matters.
Does it seem like it all goes through?
It does all go through.
Ooh.
Chester Williams' turn,
Chester, aka Williams, is gonna.
aka Step.
Yeah, he's gonna take a move action. Go 1, 2,
very far away.
3.
Chester, back the hell up, Williams.
How far is that? I can't.
20 feet.
That's perfect. And then Chester's gonna pull out a bomb. One of my numerous bombs. Let me say I pull out a
Moderate bottled lightning.
moderate bottled lightning, and
I was
I'm
going to say,
Oh.
please do the lightning.
go to throw it at Beastie.
Okay.
Will that hit me?
The Beastie Boy.
If I hit it,
You'll get splash damage.
Okay, just checking.
I'm
I'm pretty
sorry.
hurt too.
I sorry.
I can only do my damage up close.
Listen. Cat's playing a rogue. It is their job to be in the splash zone of a sorcerer or
Yeah,
an alchemist.
unfortunately it is.
Okay.
Nothing has changed.
So
15 plus 10, 25.
That'll hit.
Cat,
Right.
do you remember right after Owen had switched something that lost him his uncanny dodge?
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
no.
Yeah.
The fireball?
Yeah, I remember
Yes.
this.
Yes.
I still feel salty about that.
This is
Other
That was
rogue, Owen,
the silliest fucking
got
thing.
caught in so much splash damage.
Yep.
Rogues need to be up close and
that is
personal.
9 electricity damage. No,
Okay.
wait, hold on. Before I do
Please,
this,
it's not-
I have my device stratagem turned on. Let me turn that off. Would a 23 have still hit?
Yes.
Okay, then it still hits. So that's going to be 9 electricity damage, and it's flat-footed. You take 2.
Okay.
2?
Yeah,
Oh, I can handle 2.
All right.
It's flat-footed. How long does it stay flat-footed?
until my next turn.
Whoa.
Okay,
So
this
you'll
is worth
get-
the 2 damage.
You'll get one go at it, at least. Okay, flat-footed. There we go. Check it and see. Of course. That is Chester Williams' turn. It is now Psycheer's turn.
And
You are
I'm
2 actions
still powering it up.
deep. Now you are 5
Still
actions
screaming.
deep.
Or is it a hiss?
It is just
Sound like your cat coming out of the litter box running away.
Or is it mechanical in sound? Because it's Psycheer.
I like to think that it's fucking silent.
Just a bunch of hillbilly cussing.
Sound like Yosemite Sam?
Oh, Jesus.
Light and death.
Okay. Psycher noises. It is now this guy's turn.
I can't control it.
What do I want you to do, my guy?
I thought you were going to say, why do I want you to die? Which I would have understood.
I don't like this thing. It scares me.
You know what? No. Psyker will be yelling to clear the area.
I like that. Get out of the way.
Yeah, is the crowd still throwing junk at it?
Yes, I'm going to address this fucking crowd.
What do I want you to do? Do I want you to smack Alonzo or go chase down Chester? You know what? Let's roll for it.
Por que no los dos?
Let's roll for it. Let's roll for it here.
Smack Alonzo, move, smack Chester.
No, he needs to stay so I can give him a flat-footed attack.
He'll be flat-footed regardless.
Yeah. He'll be flat-footed and
Let's
still
say
move.
1 to 2, smack Alonzo, the rest Chester on a D6. That is a 3. We're going to Chesterville.
The whole time?
whole time.
No smack at, Alonzo at all?
He looks at Alonzo and he looks at Chester.
I
and
Chester,
Chester,
did 10 damage to him.
You hear in your head, "Where is Shoma?"
We ain't got to fight. We can talk.
He's coming for you. First attack. Natural 6. Total of
Come on.
20.
Miss.
Worst attack over.
Suck it.
He did move. He's only got one more left.
Are you guys okay?
I thought I was the one who was struggling today.
Jacob's coughing. Drow, you're gargling. It looks like you spilled something all over you.
You've got water
happened?
dripping from your chin.
What happened?
I think it was my...
We both cheered. You did suck it. You started coughing. I went.
How come all of our enemies have plus 14 to hit, and we're over here stuck with plus 10?
Suck it.
You can't argue with that.
All right, so this first attack failed. So second attack here,
Also failed.
natural 5.
Yes.
Total of 15.
Miss. Eat. Consume.
Consume Prilosec.
Okay.
Suck it.
Suck it. That's going to be its turn. Alonzo, it is now your turn.
I'm going to move up
Okay.
and attack.
All right, it is flat-footed to your attacks.
Please roll good. Please roll good. I'm half tempted to use my bottle cap to get a good roll in.
You can use your bottle cap to just re-roll it if you don't hear the result, right? That's the way hero points work.
That's hero points. But we have hero points and bottle caps.
Yeah, bottle caps are just hero points that don't go away.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh,
that's
okay.
what we said.
Oh, okay. I thought we had treated them like...
Problem is, I want. What if I want the first result?
Just go with it. Bottle caps work
roll
like
first,
hero
then
points.
decide.
Yeah.
I'm rolling it.
Bottle cap?
Yep.
Okay.
Solid.
I was on a 16 and it moved.
2A.
It doesn't matter.
It's flat-footed.
16.
Total?
Yeah.
Just barely a miss.
I told you.
Second attack?
Yep, I got another attack, but my bonus is way lower. I'm just going to say I spent my hero point.
Here, use this.
That's fine.
No, this die is the one that's rolled good before me tonight. Okay, that's a natty 14, making that a 19 to
That's
hit.
a hit.
Solid.
Damage with sneak attack.
Yep. So I get 1d6 plus 4, and then my sneak attack of 1d8. No, sneak attack isn't 1d8. That's deadly.
1d6.
Sneak attack is 1d6.
Yep.
9 damage.
9 damage total with your sneak attack
Yeah, I did roll a natty 1
on both.
on one of the two. So it's 1 plus 4, which is 5, plus the
plus
other
1.
4.
I got you. I got you.
I rolled better on my max attack than I did on sneak attack.
Well, he's feeling it. He's feeling the Alonzo. Alonzo.
I moved and attacked twice, so I'm done.
That is your turn. You is correct.
It's a good thing I used that hero point, though. I had originally rolled a 3.
It is now Psycheer's turn. You are 5 actions in.
All right. I am going to spend one action to take a step forward.
Okay.
And I'm going to level both of my open palms at this thing
Uh-oh.
and unleash.
Uh-oh. And this is a line effect?
This is a line, however, he is at the edge, so I'm going to say that it goes into nothingness.
Okay. So what do I roll?
A DC 19 reflex save.
Reflex save. All right, I got pretty good reflex.
Oh, flat-footed doesn't help you out. Sad day.
It's okay.
Oh, wait. Alonzo just went. Technically, it's Chester's turn.
Oh,
Do we want to just let Psycheer go? Will it affect what you're doing at all?
Not really.
Okay. Oh, man.
What'd you roll?
A natural 20.
Rolled a natural 3. Total of 13.
ooh,
Failure.
That's a failure.
that's a failure by 6.
It's
Yeah.
It doesn't matter for, it's not a critical failure.
So you take 8d4.
8d4. You want to
Yeah.
roll that in Foundry?
Yep.
We'll say Chester delayed.
Okay. That's fine.
Chester could tell that Psycheer was all riled up.
Holy moly.
Look at all those
26.
fours.
26?
Yes.
Well, I mean, max is 32, so that's a lot of really good rolls.
You rolled a lot of fours, Drow.
Oh, you can see what they
They
rolled.
do, though.
Yeah.
4, 2, 4, 4, 1, 4, 3, 4.
Yeah, a lot of fours.
Holy crap.
Hey, consume.
You unleash your anime attack at this fiend, and you atomize it. Whenever you let go of your attack and it finishes it, it is not there anymore. It had 26 hit points left.
Oh!
It is gone.
Wow.
Dang, you rolled just enough.
Amazing.
It's not even gone and like falling off the edge or anything. It is just gone.
And it drops its goods.
It has no goods to drop. And that is where we're going to pick up
Really?
in our next episode.
That was the whole episode?
Really?
Yeah,
No way.
I'm just going to say right there, you guys did it. You solved my fiend
we
puzzle.
win Outlaws of Alkenstar.
Holy
win
shit.
the adventure
We
pack.
beat John Alkenstar.
You beat
Yes.
Dr. Lyzerius.
Still can't believe we actually
You're
did it.
stronger than Goku.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, rating, and reviewing us. If you want to see more from us, check out our website, thirdgallon.com, or follow us on Twitter. We are at Third Gallon, that's THIRD Gallon. You can also tweet at us using the hashtag Third Gallon, and we are on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook with the same handle, at Third Gallon. We also publish a video version of the podcast on YouTube, which you can find on our channel, The Third Gallon. Our theme for this season is Delta Rust, composed by Andy Ellison. Our ambience for this episode was composed by Michael Ghelfi, and you can find more of his work on his YouTube channel, Michael Ghelfi Studios. And you can support his awesome work at patreon.com/Michael Ghelfi. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.